Hello and welcome back to Roads to Power. You may notice that we are not where we left off. That is because I have been experimenting on an older save, and I want to show you the results of those experiments before we jump into the episode. The reason for this is I got a comment, and the comment said that we needed to re-raise our knights in order for them to rejoin our army. The logic behind this is because none of our knights were eligible to be commanders because they were traveling with us, that none of our knights would be in the army. Because if they were in the army, then they'd be eligible to be a commander, wouldn't they? Because they wouldn't be traveling, they would be in the army. It makes perfect logical sense. However, as I'm about to show you, the game does not operate on perfect logical sense. In fact, the game operates on nonsense, and that is what we're going to have a look at. So, right over here, we have our little group here. And in our little group, we can raise an army. So we can raise an army here. And you'll see that if we try and travel, it'll tell us we can't do it because our armies are raised. Makes perfect sense. We can't move our group here because our armies are raised. This is because this is our camp and our knights will be in the army. And we can't travel without our knights. It makes perfect sense, right? I mean, it's probably also so you can't move your rally point around and can't do other weird stuff, but it makes logical sense this way round. However, what if you were already traveling and then you raise your army? Well, then there's no issue. You can continue traveling. However, if I raise this one here, you'll see that we have an army which has 20 knights in it. But this guy is not eligible to be a commander. Because although it says he's commanding another army here, if I click remove commander, you will see that he is not eligible to be a commander because we are currently traveling. The game will actually unassign him himself after I think about 1 or 2 days because he's ineligible. So none of these people are eligible to be commanders in the army because they are traveling in this camp. However, they will remain as knights, as I can show you. These guys are going this way, those guys are going the other way. They're in a completely different province right now. And all the knights are still in the army, but none of them are eligible to be commanders because they're traveling. This makes zero sense. Like, these guys have arrived at their destination over here, but the knights are still over here. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, now they're eligible, they should be eligible to be commanders in a second. There you go. So now they're eligible to be commanders, despite the fact that they were ineligible because they were traveling over here. The army is over here. They're eligible to be assigned, but they were over there. And in fact, they were in the army the entire time, despite not being in the army the entire time. As I said, the game runs on nonsense, and, well, the long story short is, when we jump back to our actual save, you will see that our army already has the knights raised. Yup. It doesn't make any sense at all why these knights would be raised, why they can fight in battles that they do not attend, but that is simply the way it is working. What I also noticed though while looking at our knights is we actually need some more because we have 21 knights available and we are not filling that requirement. So we potentially need to grab some at some point. Also, one of our knights has 0 prowess. And you know what a 0 prowess knight does? Yep, if you guessed nothing, the answer was nothing, because each point of prowess gives a knight damage and toughness. If you have 0 points of prowess, you have 0 damage and 0 toughness. Meaning that this guy is no one currently. I mean, he's about to be dead, so it feels a little bit mean to call him no one, but anyway. So, now we've got that out of the way, it's time for us to join this war. Now, I believe that our main way into this war is going to be attacking these guys over here. And the reason it's going to be attacking these guys over here is that's immediately going to win some war score to our side, which will be good. While the Byzantine army is going to siege this. This is going to be sieged in 32 days. This may get away taking war score. If it doesn't, then what we need to do is we need to really quickly win this battle, gain a ton of war score from it, and head directly to this province, or, I mean, another similar province. I think this is his province, right? Yes. Now, the reason why we would have to head to one of these ones is if this doesn't get rid of taking war score, because The reason I think it might is this is land which is part of this is land which is part of the land that the people attacking us have. So therefore, I think that's the war score. I think currently that they have taken war score because they have none of their land sieged. If this gets away taking war score, that's great. If it doesn't, then that means that the war goal is likely going to be the personal domain of the leader of the war, which means it's going to be this land right here, his capital. That'll be the most efficient piece of land for us to get. But we don't want to go for it right away because it's going to take too long to siege without defeating an army first. So, essentially I'm saying we need to go over here, defeat this army, get war score, head here, siege. That's the plan. What is your quickest route here? Your quickest route here is walking. It's going to be 6 months. But your quickest route there? What if instead you went to the coast of Jerusalem and then went over here? Now, how long is that going to take you? That's going to take you 5 months, so that is quicker. How much does it cost us to get on the boats? 13 gold for a month saved? I'll take 13 gold for a month saved. That makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah, let's go. We are going to be paid an awful lot of gold for this war, so, you know, that'd be good. So they finished their siege. Do they still have taken war score? Yes. Okay. Well, that means that we need to take their... Oh, you're going to take attrition by doing this? Oh, no. No. So, yeah, go along here, then up this way. Can you try and avoid taking attrition when you do this? 4 months left. That's fine. Yeah, that means that taking war score, I think, is going to require us to take this. The one that is worrying is maybe they have taken war score because they control the capital, or, yeah, because they control the capital of the person that they're attacking. But I don't think that's correct. I think it's because they hold their own land. So I think if we siege some of their land, then we will get taking war score. That's my thought. Okay, let's go. We're heading up here. And it doesn't feel secure about us here. However, we will get, it says, if I just check this again, sorry. It says we will get defending in hills, so we get to defend. Yeah, we get defensive buildings, more commander traits, and a higher quality. The land that we're fighting in is hills. Now, hills would usually be bad. However, we are a rough terrain expert, so we actually get a bonus in hills of +4. And on top of that, we lower enemy defensive advantage by 50%. We actually lower it by 50% twice. So they should be getting 0 advantage from the hills, while usually they would get an advantage in hills. They would get an advantage of +5. They should get 0 advantage. The other way I could see it working is that they would get like 10% and 10%. So they go, oh sorry, 50% and 50%. So it would go 2.5, 1.25 advantage, which would probably round to 1 in this game. So it could be that they get 1 advantage, but either way, hills are not going to be very good. Wait, we're attacking. I'm being stupid. We're attacking. Oh, yeah, I'm being very stupid. So if they were defending, they would get no advantage. They're not defending. We're attacking. In which case, that's still fine because it's still hills, and we still get... part of what I said is true. We still get a bonus in hills. So that's going to be good for us. And the other thing about hills is that hills lower the combat width, which in theory should be good for us because we are a smaller army. So lowered combat width is good the smaller the army you have, comparatively, assuming that you can hit the max width. So we should be fine here to win this fight. Now, we do have significantly less troops, and that's the negative. So how many men-at-arms does this guy have? Let's just try and count some. So this one, they got like 1,000 there. That's another, let's say, 350. Oh, no, they have another 300 at the end. So that's another 650. So 1,650. This isn't adding up quite as well as I was hoping. It's 2,200. That's going to be like 2,600. That's all men at... Wait, is that all men at arms? That's another 700 men at arms? Oh, that's because this is an adventurer company. So that's another 700. They are skirmishers, and skirmishers are worse. Okay, that's another 200. So they're at like 3.4. That's like another 300. They're at like 3.7. 3.8. Yeah, I think these ones don't count. So let's say they have 3.8k men at arms. However, a lot of them are archers and skirmishers, which we counter and are better than. Are these guys any good? What are these? We ignore the actual numbers. Well, just look at the base. So base-wise, they're okay. They're spearmen that will counter light cav. We don't have a lot of light cav, so that should be fine. I still think we're going to win. Yeah, what were these guys' base? Base is 10? Yeah, I think we'll be fine. I think the game is incorrect on its assumptions. I mean, it does say it's going to be close, but I think we're going to win this one. Right, let's head in here. Also, what's the defensive building? I should check that. So just want to double check. Oh, right, yeah, so the bug is still here. So the bug is that it will show you the previous province you looked at, not the actual holding that the thing is happening in. If I do this, I can see the holding. So if I click in a different one and then click in, I can see it. Defensive building gives 2 defender advantage. Okay, so we're going to get +7 advantage here as a default. We get another 4 for it being hills. Combat width is lowered. This is pretty much our ideal situation, I think. Yeah, I think we're okay. I've talked myself into it, so let's go. I'm going to go slower so we can see it. So immediately, it's not a huge fan of us here, right? It thinks that we're slightly less favored, but we have a look. Our advantage is 66. Theirs is 45. So we have a significant advantage increase, right? So we are better at advantage. Our Ballistri are fighting in favorable terrain, which is a bonus, and they're countering the Skotatoi. So that is these guys. They're also being countered by our armored footmen. So these guys are dealing 53% less. They are countering our Koni, who are only doing 10% less. But these guys are also countering the bowmen, who are doing 62% less. Okay. But they're countering our Abu Drar, who are doing 20% less, and we're being countered by the light footmen, who are completely normal. Okay, we have more knights, and our knights out as a whole have high prowess, although it's about even. They have a couple that they have one who's a little bit higher. We're going to cause more casualties to their side than they will to ours. Cautious leader means that his minimum battle roll is going to be higher, but his maximum will be lower. So I think that means that most of the time we're going to get a better roll than he is. He also gains advantage in hills, however, so that takes away our advantage in hills. Okay. I think this is fine. Let's see how this plays out. I'm kind of intrigued. I think we might crush them. There we go. So, 1 tick went off. We're +22. Oh, look at that. First tick of combat. We lost 42. They lost 608. That is definitely good. Now, it's worth pointing out that these are routed casualties. Now, there is a difference between the casualty number it gives you at the end of combat and routed casualties. Because I think that the casualty number it gives you at the end of combat, which is the number killed, that is the number after the pursuit phase. Routed casualties is before. So basically the idea is, in the pursuit phase, is your pursuit against their screen, and then if your pursuit is good compared to their screen, you're going to kill more of their routed army, which means that those aren't going to rejoin the army again once it regroups back wherever it retreats to. So this number might regroup later. Anyway, good first tick of combat. Next tick. We lost another 40 odd, but they lost another 500. So immediately things are looking a lot better for us. Also, by the fact that their quality of their army is low, I'm assuming that means that they're losing a lot of their men-at-arms. Let's go another couple. So we're at 176. They've now lost 2,000 in this battle of like people who can fight. We go a little bit longer. Okay, so we've lost 300. They've lost 3,858. Now their quality has gone up. That's because we've actually ended up killing a lot more of their levies. So now we're getting into what's actually left in their army. So we go a little bit longer. We are now at 363 versus 5,000, and we did absolutely crush them. Yeah. And you see here, this is the routed casualty number. So these are the people who are currently not able to fight. Now, the pursuit phase starts, and this is us reducing that number. So this is where our Coney will be doing work. So pursuit effect per full regiment plus 60. And these Abu Dharar are doing 20. Right? While on the other side, they have screen effects that are happening. And these screen effects are effectively countering our pursuit. And then that determines how many troops they actually lose. So, if we speed that up a little bit here. So, should be about 5,000 left. Yeah, so if we look at this, they lost 2,000, so they're completely gone. But 5,000 of them survived, and then they're going to regroup wherever they regroup. I just want to see who we killed here. So our knights killed 487 of them. Oh wait, no, these aren't who each one killed. So our knights killed 1,000 in total. They lost about 500 of their Skutatoi. They lost no knights. They lost 1,000 levies in total. 250 bowmen, 340 light footmen, and then 221 of these. And then these guys, they don't lose any of them because these guys don't, I believe, don't actually participate in combat. I think the only way they can lose siege units is if we trying to think of the right way. Yeah, if we completely wipe their army, then the siege units are gone. But otherwise, they're not actually in combat. So, anyway, hope that made sense. It made some level of sense to me, even if we got the attacking defending wrong at the start. We also captured somebody. We needed more knights. Are you any good? You're pretty good. You want to leave governor efficiency land with administrative stuff and come join me instead? It's also a charioteer. Oh, okay. Yeah, come join me. Yeah, you can fight for me now. Wonderful. He doesn't need to know anything about administrative stuff, Leon. Instead, you can just join my army. So he becomes a knight. Now, here's something I want to check. So see here. So that's an unraised soldier. So we could, in theory, raise that one guy as an unraised soldier. So if you gain a knight during combat, you do need to raise them if you want them to be part of your army. You don't need to do it if you're traveling. No real knowledge of why, but that's just the way it works. Okay. We're heading for their capital. 13 months to siege it. They're going to attack us without their full army. This is foolish. This is not going to work. This is going to fail. But, on the positive side, they will be defending in hills, so I finally get to see if my defenders thing does anything at all. So, they are defending in hills. Do they get any defender advantage? Where are we? So, defending in hills +5 counters enemy defense terrain advantage +5. So, it does give us 5 from this, so it is countering all of it. This isn't what it says it does, though, which is interesting. The way it's implemented is not the way what it says, because what it says in here is lowers enemy defensive advantage by 50%. That's not actually what it does. What it does is it gives you the same advantage that they would get, which is not quite the same thing. I think in practice it might be the same, but that's not what it says. But anyway, we still have better advantage in their defending, and in this case, like, we're absolutely going to destroy them because their army, although it's made up of a lot of men at arms, it also only has 2 knights, And ours is bigger. So, yeah. And his commander traits aren't good. So, they're destroyed. I think the idea is that this army might have joined in before the end. However, as it turns out, that army also gets destroyed. Yeah. Not good for them. We got a new guy. This guy. He's also good at fighting. We need more people. Come right on in. Join me. They'll love it. Yeah, he loves it here. He may not be, ecstatic that we forcibly recruited him, but he's actually happier here by quite a lot than he was not being recruited by us, so, that's fine. And then we got 11 months left to siege, and now, because we've won a bunch of battles, we have enough war score that will actually allow us to win this war. Also, are we top contributor? No, but we'll get there in time. We'll get there. I'm assuming they're just going to keep chucking armies into us as well. Oh, this guy was just given land. He was a previous adventurer. He's now been given Achia. Or Achia over here. Okay, interesting. Enemies left war. So this guy left the war because he's landed. So he must have been a mercenary. Or sorry, he must have been the adventurer group who was in this war. And he's pivoted that into him having land. But that means he leaves the war because now he's this guy's vassal and he's not an adventurer, so therefore he can't be in the war. I understand. Okay. They're going to continue chucking troops into us. However, as you might imagine, given that we've already won this battle, it won't work. You can keep chucking troops in here all you like. All you're doing is reducing your troop count. Like, we lost 48, they lost 1,000. This is not even close anymore. All they're doing is they're giving us more war score, which is letting us delay longer so we can get more of this. Now, I still hope that this is right, and we're sieging the right thing, but, we can't really do very much about it if we're not. We have to commit to this play. Yeah, I'll ransom you for 100. This guy, you're good enough at fighting. Welcome to the team. You? Yeah, I'll take 15 for you. Yeah. Wonderful. Oh, fantastic. They're taking the capital, so we'll be able to see which one of these was taking war score. Because if he takes the capital back and we get taking war score gone, well, that means it was the capital. If we take this and taking war score goes, then it was this. Perfect. That works for me. Okay, let's see. Oh, they're still going to attack us. I see. It's not going to work, It's letting you know it's not going to work. The reason, by the way, that they keep being able to get their armies and run back into us, that's showing that we don't have enough pursuit. If we had more pursuit, then we would wipe that army. And then it wouldn't come back and fight us again because there would be no army. But anyway. And in theory, this would work if they had enough time. We also just got a novice physician. Nice. He's actually upgraded so he has some skill. Yeah, the reason this would work over time is that we cannot reinforce this army by normal methods. We would have to go and reinforce them in here, and then I think that would make us re-raise them, as in we'd have to disband and re-raise to get this army back. So in theory, this would work if they had enough war score and enough time, because they'd be able to keep whittling down our number until we had none left. However, they don't have enough time, so it's not going to work. Also, you can only give me a hook? Really? Yeah, I guess give me your hook. Why not? You, give me 30 gold. You, give me 20 gold. I was going to try and figure out something else to do, but he doesn't actually have anything else we want, so that's fine. Okay, cool. So how long's this got? 3 months? We've got 3 months left. Okay. I'm going to slow it down as it gets nearer the end. So this is 53 days, 2 months. Let's slow it down slightly. Let's wait for it to go a little bit further. So this is 38.50. Okay. 29. We're about to be attacked again by actually a larger force, which is slightly worrying. But I think we'll still win. Yeah, we'll still win. They didn't join at the same time, which is pretty much devastating for them. Yeah, that's not really the way that you do a fight. You have to all join at the same time, otherwise it won't work. Because then I'll just kill you one at a time. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, they took their thing back. Okay, that's where taking war score comes from. So it's whether they control the capital. It's whoever controls the capital gets taking war score. Okay, so taking this didn't matter at all for taking war score. However, it does matter quite a bit. And the reason it matters is because we will get an extra plus 10% for occupying their capital, which will be good. We also get a chance of capturing the person himself, which is in of itself valuable. So let's see. Enemies left war. Oh, because he died. Ah, and an ally joined war. It's the person who inherited from him. Makes a lot of sense. Let's clear those. So, we won that siege. Hey, we got we got a couple of artifacts. We got a portable icon. We also got statue of a Roman woman. What are the requirements? You have to have an administrative government. If you do not fulfill them, you get attraction bonus, prestige, other sort of stuff. However, that's a core artifact. We can, however, use the inventory one if we wanted to. Okay, cool. And the reason why this one is worth quite a lot is because it's occupying the enemy capital, gets you an extra plus 10% on top of the fact that you're on top of the normal occupation. It hasn't won us the war yet, unfortunately. We have, however, hit battle capped war score by all of those battles. We need to do more sieges. Yeah. So they're sieging this. I think they need to... Oh, I was going to say, I think they need to de-siege this, but this is being de-sieged. Are you... But you're not in... Wait, no, are you sieging this? Oh, you're sieging this. You're not sieging this. Okay. You're in a different war. That's fine. We'll leave you be. So what's the easiest thing to siege here? Because we don't really have siege units. How difficult was this as well? So this was 5 fort level. Yeah, so this was more difficult. This 400 garrison, level 3 siege. Level 3 fort level. Let's go. So this should be much quicker. Yeah, this is 6 months. Okay. They are still going to attack us. I love it. It's so foolish. Enemies left war. Okay. Died in his sleep. New person joined the war. 4 people captured. Anyone good? You're not really good enough. No. I think I'll just... Well, I can't execute you without losing piety because we're, yeah, we're orthodox. I guess we'll let you go for a weak hook. See you later. We're still being attacked. I love it. Keep attacking me. Also, we have a ton of war score. Where did that come from? Is that from their siege? No, but I think that something that was sieged is no longer sieged. Yeah, I think something was de-sieged somewhere. I just don't know where it is. Anyway, they've got 41 days left on this, so that's going to be great. Captured another enemy combatant. It's this dude. He's not really good enough. Let's just get a weak hook and let him go. There is a reason I'm getting a weak hook. If you let them go without getting a weak hook, it will lower your dread by 10. And yeah, we don't want to do that for free. Right. Portable icon, by the way, I think we can just destroy. You have no armor. Oh. I didn't know you could destroy them without armorers. Oh. Okay then. And armor isn't a position I have. No. Okay. Well, fine then. Can I still destroy them by doing this? Nope. Okay. Well, that's fine then. We captured more enemy combatants. Captured a mayor who's worth 30. Captured this guy. He's worth having. We'll recruit Evangelos and Thomas. Yeah, we'll take Thomas as well. Yeah. We're just basically recruiting here. People have also asked why I'm not marrying off all my followers in order to have children to then build up new followers. It's just because that's not something I want to do right now. It's like busy work. I could do it, and we might do it in a future one. We might make it a goal that we don't recruit as much and we try and build up the people in our camp. But for now, I'm quite happy just recruiting random people off the street because they seem to be doing a good job. So it's good. Right. I don't know if we're going to finish this siege. I think it's actually going to end through taking war score, especially if they keep attacking us and we keep winning battles. Like, if we keep sitting here having to win battles over and over, I don't think we're going to finish the siege. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. Henri is no longer our bodyguard, because he's now infirm. Oh no! Well, anyway, our new bodyguard. Wait, is he not our second as well? I think he might be. Yeah, this is going to be confusing. I have two people named Chrysanthos. Alright. Oh, you know, my bodyguard has to be the son of wolves. I forgot about him. He is a little ill, but you know what? You can be my bodyguard. I'll be very happy for the promotion while he's shivering ill. But anyway, get 100 gold for that person. Hey, even if we don't get paid anything for this, I think it's worth it in the amount of ransoms we've done. We're only getting 1 gold for that person. Hey, this guy's got 19 prowess. Let's recruit him. You see, we lose 10 dread if we do nothing. If you take a weak hook, it doesn't cost you 10 dread, despite the weak hook meaning nothing. It just means that you would be seen as weak if you let them go without any kind of, like, recompense. So, it's fine. Actually, we might just about manage this. Also, the person who's, the main person we're against in the war just changed. That's weird. Yeah, so we actually don't get any war score from their capital anymore, because their capital changed, because the main person in the war changed. That's interesting. Wait a second, are you not the person who literally just took over here? No. I was going to say you do look the same. However, he doesn't look anything like this guy, but anyway, it's fine. Right, carry on with our siege. Hey, 100% war score. Let's see how this looked. Wait for it to end. To the perceptive Mistress Osterhield of the Stalwart Outlaws, your contributions were vital to the winning of my war, and the bravery of your sellswords is much admired by my fighters. May this payment aid you in celebrating our great victory. Signed, Basilius Constantinos of the Byzantine Empire. Fighting side by side was an honor. He pays us 1,349 gold. Ooh. And we also, at the bottom of this... Oh, we actually don't get anything. Oh, I thought we would get some prestige for being part of the war. Yes, not. Alright, well. We did win that war, though, and made an absurd amount of money. One thing, actually, that people have been complaining about that I've seen, which is kind of interesting, is... people have been complaining that you earn so much money as an adventurer. Not because adventurers shouldn't have that much money, or there's not stuff to spend it on, or like there's too much money. The problem is actually that you get paid by the ruler, as in the money physically comes out of their account. And the reason I wanted to click on the Byzantine Empire there is I wanted to see whether this guy had the same problem that people were complaining about, and he does. The problem is, they pay you this huge sum of cash, right? And it means that they are completely bankrupt. And you can actually game the system with this. You can deliberately bankrupt realms by spending too much time there and just spamming contracts, like going town to town, getting as many contracts as you can, and just, like, basically ramping up the number of contracts you have, turn them in, they have to pay you, they then have no money, their realm falls apart, and then you have destroyed the realm from the inside by just doing contracts. It's kind of weird. Anyway, I'm not going to worry too much about it. Lifestyle perk? Martial. I think I want to take Engineered for Destruction, I guess. Yeah, or Parthian Tactics. Either one would be fine. Really, I'm looking for Sappers into... I don't even know if we need Strategist, but Sappers would be nice. It's a good one here, because it makes your Archer siege progress quicker, and your Heavy Infantry, and it gives your Heavy Infantry and Skirmishers some. I was thinking Archer, because our Archers are our siege units, but yeah, all of that would be fantastic for us. Let's grab this for now. Sure. Also, when it says effectiveness, I think from memory, where am I? Oh, Court Artifact, yeah, there we go. I just need to find which button I press to get rid of the one. When it says, in here, Siege Weapon Effectiveness, from memory, that doesn't mean that it will increase the siege power on your siege weapons, so this value. So it doesn't increase that by 40%. what it does from memory is it decreases the siege phase timer. So every time there's a siege, there's a timer that goes round for each siege phase, similar to the schemes that we have. And it just reduces the time that each one of those takes. So that's what effectiveness is, I think. If we check the Chief Engineer, although Chief Engineer says it will increase, it increases that number by 40% or by 10%. So maybe I'm thinking of something else, and I'm just spreading false information. Yeah, maybe I'm just spreading false information. I don't think I am. I think that's definitely what it did previously when we tested it, but anyway, maybe I'm wrong. Fight corruption. Let's do this. We have to travel around and make a ton of money off of you. Actually, before we do that, we should upgrade something because we have a ton of money. What did I upgrade last time? I think I upgraded a roaring campfire. Yes, I did, but we didn't get any more slots for it. I could keep upgrading it, get more slots. Yeah, I don't see a reason not to. That actually gives us another one here. Yeah, let's just upgrade it again. Make it an even better campfire. Also, we now have another men-at-arms. Is there anything here I want? I could get Mubarazan or Mubarazan. They're very good, but what's their base value? 45. These guys, your base value is 32. Okay. So they are straight up better armored footmen, as far as I can tell. Let's just check what they are. They're heavy infantry, counter spearmen, and heavy infantry. 45, 25, base is 0. Okay. So 32, 22, base is 0. These guys cost 35 per. These guys cost 7 per. Is that 35? Yeah, so that they cost the exact same amount of provisions, because that's per 1 unit. So these are just straight up better than these. They counter the same thing. Actually, these counter spearmen. These guys counter spearmen and heavy infantry. Which actually means that in a way they're better than these guys, because these guys counter heavy infantry, although these guys also counter light cavalry. So these will effectively be our spearmen at that point. Huh. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of both of our armored footmen ones. Might seem a little extreme, but I'm going to buy 2 of these. Just do a straight replacement, and then we'll find somewhere else where we can get the last one. But these are just straight up better than armored footmen. So, we'll do that. We'll refill with our provisions, which seems fine. Yep, so they're now refilled. So we now have some new men-at-arms. Wonderful. Was there anything in here that cost us money? Ah, the travels of Osterhild von Urslingen. I should do this for all of these. So that we know if we have any. Right. Oh, people also pointed out that farming a holding is actually worth it. Because you will... let's see. Under construction, you will have a chance to forcibly take the city for yourself. Otherwise, each year the city will pay dividends. The amount depends on the number of combined building levels in the barony and the development of the county. So it is actually worth us building in places, because if we build in a place, we can then collect money over time from it. Yeah, which seems pretty good. Yeah, it seems like something that might be worth trying out. Anyway. The Travels of Osterhild von Urslingen. So this will get us lifestyle perks or a Brook artifact that will increase lifestyle experience for future holders. Every 12 points of interest up to 60 will increase the rewards. We have visited 100 points of interest. Let's do it. I have seen wondrous things. The bright sun rising over snowy mountain peaks, the effervescent gutters of sprawling cities, the temples harbouring the most pious and the most wretched souls, the works of men across centuries, nature's wonders crafted by the hands of God Almighty. I've seen it all. I've talked with highborn and lowborn alike. I've seen people live in a myriad of ways, such a trove of astute observations, and my faultless reminiscences would be a cherished marvel for anyone with but a spark of curiosity, should I decide to write it down. So we can say I'm not going to do that. Memories belong to me alone. It gets you 5 martial lifestyle perks. Ooh, where I've not told half of what I saw. This will get us an artifact. I think I'm going to get the artifacts, for I know I would not be believed. I'm going to get the artifact. This could be cool. And it would make sense for our character to take this currently because we're going to switch to a different character upon death. So the person who has the artifact is not going to be our next character. But I want to see what the artifact's like, so let's do it. I know what 5 martial perks are because, you know, we have those. But I have no idea. This could be anything. It could even be 5 martial perks. Let's see, does it give us the book immediately? Oh, it does. Kind of anticlimactic. If you fulfill the requirements, it's not the artifact creator. Ah, so they saw that you could do that. They saw that you could obviously make it and then just be like, well, I'll just use it and get more lifestyle experience, and then over time I'll get more than 5 perks due to this. No, it gives you 40% monthly lifestyle experience. That is a huge amount, and if you don't fulfill the requirements, you get 20% prestige to make it useful for you to keep on your character if you want to. Okay, well, I mean, obviously we should gift that to our daughter. That just makes a lot of sense. You should have this. I'm going to gain stress because I'm greedy, but I'm going to take that because this will let her gain 40% quicker lifestyle experience. Does she have anything else right now? Oh, she does have the mail as well. I forgot. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's do this. Now we spent some of our money. Okay, so we have to walk around the place and deal with things. So I will travel and deal with things. On the way there, I'm going to take a slight detour to go to St. Catherine. And then, actually, we're also going to go to here, which we're already going to. But then I want to go to Alexandria as well before we get there. Let's go! We've lost our chief engineer. He died of old age at the age of 68. Yeah, we are getting into the age where a lot of our friends have died. However, we do have a lot of bonuses, a lot of them relating to our pavilion, which I don't believe applies to our followers. Let me just double check something here. Yeah, so that doesn't apply to our followers, so we should live a little bit longer than that by default, but we'll see. We do, however, need a new chief engineer. Who is going to be our second personal physician and chief engineer. You're in a lot of different roles here, Mr. Lanfranco, but you know what? As long as you don't die, that'll be absolutely fine. Right. More stewardship lifestyle experience for visiting the pyramids. Alexandria gets us even more stewardship lifestyle experience, and now we can fight corruption here by saying, silence your people or die, peasant. Wonderful. That worked. Let's go to the next one. How far away is this one? Going through danger to get there as well? I'm happy to go through danger. You know, doesn't bother me. Danger, this is fine. Yeah, you see, I just used Lanfranco and he cures people. Attempting fruit, we let our other person eat it. I gained learning lifestyle experience for that. Won't be missed. This is the one where we can desecrate the dead. We say, no, I'm not going to do that. Silence your people or die, peasant. Wonderful, let's make haste. We're now heading back to where we started. I'm not one to criticize, but I do feel like we could have started where we started. Anyway. Thomas and Gregoria were getting along well. Well, fantastic. Good for them. Yeah. Osterhield the Outlander. It is known that the Egyptian people are ardent believers in the Ashari faith and do not take kindly to non-believers. Nevertheless, Ik-Min is on our route, so we must pass through. Quickly though, the villagers' vengeful eyes set upon us like a hyena prowling its meal. Before we have a chance to react, the local imam descends upon us with a mob of raging fanatics, screeching about our alleged heretical beliefs and demanding that we pay atonement for passing through these holy lands. I'm going to burn I was going to say heretics, but it does say lunatics, so I'm going to burn them. Yes. It's our solution to problems. Bedouin Caravaneers. As we wind along the outskirts of Sinai, I see a trail of caravan camels in the distance, and soon we meet with their strange leader. Good evening to you, worthy friend. Come in, come in. I promise that what I have in my stall, like Egypt herself, are far more than they seem, he says, showcasing countless shining trinkets before my eyes. So, we can buy the mysterious lamb. As far as I know, and maybe I'm wrong, and maybe we're just very unlucky, but at one point in one of our playthroughs, I'd collected at least 4 or 5 of these lambs. And I'm going to tell you, they did absolutely nothing. They're also a court artifact, so we can't use them. So, I'm going to leave, because they're useless. Silence your people or die, peasant. Where we go next? Sullum. Okay. Let's go. Oh, I should be checking whether we're earning money at the end of each of these. I don't think we are, but anyway, Lanfranco will cure that person. I still don't understand that event because there's just a cure button. As I said before, I think it's just a test to see that you have a physician. This one is an event that you can avoid via being strong. Well-oiled machine. Our little forest of tents, putting itself up every few evenings, is something we've gotten very, very good at of late. First one, then another, with people and tools spreading out down the lines to help their neighbours in a model of speed and efficiency. Even Iostin Ianos and Lanfranco, neither of whom have historically seen eye to eye, are helping one another tonight, laughing like old friends as they go. A place for everything, and everything in its place. So I can say, do you need a hand? Don't like that, move them apart. They're good to see those two getting along. We'll let them be friends. It's fine, it doesn't bother me. I'm not threatened. Okay, silence your people or die, peasant. We will go to the next one. So we definitely didn't earn money on that one. Right, I was actually paying attention this time. Okay, roaring campfires are done. How much does it say will be paid? It says we'll be paid 729 for the whole lot. So if we end up at like 280, 290 odd, then it's paying us roughly what it says. If we end up at like 2.5, then it isn't paying us what it said. Okay, cool. We can do another check, yeah, at the end there, but well, that's good. I stroll through the markets of this strange land. Vendors beckon in an alien tongue. I'm lost in a sea of foreign scents, but strangely this all feels like home. To see the desert sky alive with stars, to cross the sands amidst the caravan camels, to behold the magnificence of man's oldest civilizations in Cairo, Baghdad, Persepolis. What land could claim to be the heartland of all mankind if not here? A woman walks through Faroon, but is she still Osterhield? So we can adopt the Bedouin culture. Just immediately just pivot. Like, now we're a Bedouin culture. Okay, we could also increase cultural acceptance between Baranus and Bedouins. Okay, it's currently at 7, so yeah, let's increase it by 5%. Sure. I don't want to switch culture again, mainly because we've already done it, and I don't think we get anything for this one. Wait a second. I must inform you that my predecessor, Sultan Al-Abdebas, is dead. As your new employer, I rescind your obligation to fight corruption contract. Worry not, I have some golden compensation. You giving me 5 gold? You cheapskate. You're absolute cheapskate. Okay, bandits on the bridge. There's a stone bridge when the path turns. A couple of men rest with their backs against the parapet. One hits the other on the side and points to our group. A third man comes up from the shore. Another looks up to us after spitting into the river. You know, this is actually a toll bridge. Understand? Brave of you to even suggest that. Philippe, show him. Or who do you think you are? You're talking to me, the leader of the stalwart outlaws. Yeah, I could get Philippe to show him what's what, but we'll show him what's what. Yes. Wonderful, we intimidated them. Pick our wagon out of the ground, and we've arrived back. We got paid nothing for that job. We got paid 5 gold. That's horrible. Anyone acting against you? Not that I'm petty, but like, is there any stand against me contracts over here? No? Okay. I mean, I am a little bit petty, but anyway. Can we do anything? Just to, like a be mean war? Ah, no, I would have to move my camp slightly. I see. Well, okay. I just want to see what our options are, okay? No, I don't want to invade his kingdom. No, I don't want to do that. We could, but no. What I would want to do instead is I would want to just, like, you know, raid for a few captives or something. Anyway. We can gather some provisions here in this land, which isn't, like, actually got anything in it. Yeah, let's do this. Hey, we got some food. Can I build a holding here, by the way? Just out of curiosity. I could, if he liked me. This guy doesn't like me enough, though. You got a job, though. Let's go hunt some criminals for you. Nice. We'll head over here and hunt the criminal. We first meet Halil the Lion in the dusty dry lands of Negev. The stalwart outlaws spread out towards and around his little band of ne'er-do-wells, all of us tensed and ready for bloodshed. Okay, well, I think it is time for us to face him. He is actually better than us, but we have never turned down a duel. Okay, our bout begins. Let's see what he went with. He went medium low. That's not amazing, but our options are not fantastic. So we have a medium low. We'll show you how to brandish our dagger, which is basically what he did. You can do a low no, where you can say you can't even hit me. It becomes harder to injure myself. I don't think that's right. I don't think either of these are right. I think I'm going medium low. My form was good. His was passable. What did he do next? He went... he lowered our prowess. Okay. And he went no low. So I can try and lower his by boasting. I can just go with low no, or surprise attack, which will get us either low medium, medium medium, or high medium. I think we're going to boast at him. What? Is beautiful really using someone's cringe at their own inadequacy to kill them? Halil is so stunned by my remarks, he fails to stop me wrenching my sword from his grip. Before it was just enough time to register how things are going to end before I gut him. What? We basically just intimidated him so much that he just dropped dead. That's crazy. Okay. Well, I succeeded. I mean, I thought we might win. I just wasn't thinking that we would... like, that was the method. Okay. By the way, good sir, do you like me better now? You do. Would you like a gift? Oh, 100... Oh, I don't want to give you 100... Is there anything I can do that isn't 100 gold? I could make a request, but he's not going to like us for that. No matter what I ask him for. How much money can I ask him for? 64. I think I can give him 100 gold in that case then. So we're going to give him 100 gold. This will then let us found a holding. Yes, we're going to build a castle in Ayla. Let's go. The ground underneath me is untouched by human hands, yet, but I can already see where the city hall shall stand, where the merchants shall weigh their wares and pay taxes under the watchful eyes of the guards. I can hear the bells ringing in the tower. The supplies are gathered, my followers are restless, all that is needed is my word. Fulfilling more optional requirements will offer additional choices during city establishment, including constructing unique buildings. Alright, sure. That mean I have to stay here? Probably. I don't know. Anyway, by the way, I would like 100 gold back, please. Thank you. Okay. That's good. I was able to just ask for my money back. Oh, no, I'm not doing that. Stand with us. So, you would like a... You are losing my 0% war score in the war against the tyranny of you. Okay, but you're about to win a siege against the person who's declared the war. So that war is going to end. Alright, well, that's fine then. Let's go to speed 5. See if we get any city events. Ins and outs. We're not going to do that one. We can do comfortable trappings for 10 years with bartering, or go, oh well. Let's do this. Let's hassle. He won't budge. We did not get comfortable trappings for 10 years. Okay. Also, we have enough money for this now, I just realized. Because I said I thought I came up with a number that was like 1,600. We have enough. Yeah, you know what? We'll do the first legend of this world. And then they saw a snow white animal come drawing down the tide, a little boat of pearly sheen, a stately knight that sat therein, and seemed its course to guide. And of course we're going to create about us. We're not going to create it about our daughter who isn't the person who is Knight of the Heart. So yes, 100%. Mistress Osterhield of the Stalwart Outlaws wandered the land with her faithful followers, fighting ruffians and rescuing those in need. One morning, while entering a misty forest, she heard a cry for help, a call she could not ignore. A fair maiden was threatened by a wicked knight, but Osterhield defeated him in singular battle, a white hart being born from the puddle of blood. She said to her, "Do not ask my name, for it is not mine to give." Ah, how humble we are to protect people without even giving our name for the glory. But yet, wait a second, are we not simultaneously the person who is doing a legend, spreading it about getting our name out there? It seems a little odd. Anyway, we'll keep doing this. I don't really know what this is going to do for us, because, I mean, the end thing is that we can launch a legendary adventure one, allowing you to abandon your realm and start a new life in a distant kingdom, but I guess we could do that anyway. It doesn't make a lot, like, this makes no sense for an adventurer to do, but we shall do it as we have the money. And also, it said that there's additional things during construction if we stay here. Yeah, 5 years left. Well, I didn't say we had to stay here, but I'm going to stay here anyway for now. A face from long ago. I settle into my bed, as snug and comfortable as a babe betwixt its mother's breasts. But right as my heavy eyes at last close for some rest, I shoot up in my bed as I see a figure sit down beside me. To my horror is none other than my deceased friend and husband? You were my husband, weren't you? Yes, you were. Captain Aethrid of the Stalwart Outlaws. He callously cackles at me as I shriek in horror. Come now, Osterhield. Is that any way to greet an old friend? I come to you with a warning. You are the reason that Tronai is now in heaven. Must repent for what you've done. I learned the hard way that every sin we commit incurs a debt to God, my friend, and he is not forgiving of his debtors. Who's the Tronai? Oh, the Tronai. I do remember him. I did kill him. Oh. Yeah, I guess that was my fault. So I can repent, or I'm clearly hallucinating. What's worrying is that 85% chance you will not be visited by ghosts again definitely implies that you may. I'm going to say, be gone, spirit. We will not repent. I think that means ghosts won't visit us again because we didn't lose anything, but still, it's a little odd. Oh, tumbling down. Anyway, that was a Christmas Carol event, I believe. As we ride through Negev, my thoughts wander idly, bored by the monotony of simple transit, when there's a sudden shout of alarm. An attack? I whip my head around. No, it's that damned fool Pio. He's managed to fall from his horse and go swirling down a tall dune, awkwardly crunching this way and that as momentum carries him forwards, shrieking and crying as he goes. Moments later, Pio emerges, swearing profusely and alive but not unharmed. Okay. We'll leave him be. He is our son-in-law's father. I was trying to think of what relation they were to us, and then I realized that the answer is not related at all. But anyway, and I think that is where we're going to end the episode for today. Thank you very much for watching. I think what we're going to do next time is we're going to set this up as our base until the city is done. I don't know whether you have to stay here or not. I assume you don't, but we'll set this up as our base. We'll get some contracts here, and we'll see what we can do. Could even do like a war that's a little further away and just try and contribute from far away. But anyway, and then we'll think about traveling. I kind of get the feeling that the next place to travel is India, maybe, but maybe we want to just travel up to Khazaria and then back around here and make our set, like we did one loop that was basically this, and then maybe do a second loop which is this, and then maybe back to our new homeland. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to even have time to do that, but it's just an idea. Anyway, I'm going to end our episode here. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.